So today we're going to discuss if we're all becoming the same. And I think I can start with the most vivid example that I have experienced in my life all the time. It's matcha drink that we're all becoming obsessed with. And I think whenever I tried it for the first time, I absolutely hated it. But now I drink 2 to 3 cups a day. And I think it's all a part of a bigger trend that we're experiencing where we all tend to like something because it's trendy.
I think, where did this even start? Like, who started making matcha popular? Like, that's the issue that we have, and we don't know. So we're all becoming the same, but there's no original to what we're becoming the same from. So it's always the same coffee shops, the same Instagram pictures of the drink. Everyone's wearing the same outfits, doing the same activities. It's just that we can't remember who made these popular. They just exist in our lives now, and we all adhere to these rules. We're all just part of this image that's being created for us, and we're just walking through and becoming part of it.
So that's our question for the whole 2 episodes. Are we all turning to the same person?
The interesting part to that point is that we are all enjoying it. No one's coming against this. Everyone is just having fun being a part of this image. And that's the thing. So that we are becoming the same. It's not because anyone is lazy. It's not because no one wants to be different or creative or think outside the box. It's that the sameness that we have is the product. We are the product in what we're becoming in being the same way, right? And that's where our two thinkers that we're going to be discussing today talk about that. So I'll give you the theories and you give me all the examples,
Yes.
right? The first theorist is Baudrillard. He says something in his piece, The Precession of Simulacra, and he discusses two main concepts. The first one being is that before there was a copy, there was something real. So before any dupe, we had an original item to it.
Like any branded piece, like a bag or something that has a YouTube version of it.
Exactly. But the other aspect he talks about is simulation. So it's like when you know something is real, or something feels so real, but there's no actual origin to it, or you don't know where it started. So it's kind of like reality TV. So it looks super real. You see the Kardashians living together, but where did it start?
Deep inside, you know it's not true.
Deep inside, it's not true.
Staged and all of that, yeah.
So basically, the fake produced something real, and now true and false kind of stopped working for us.
So we kind of stuck in a low where before it used to be that the dupe is something made or inspired by an original, a very specific object, but now the original is something what you see first on the internet in the app. And I think I had this experience when I saw a perfect necklace, whatever, it was very beautiful, but I knew there is an original behind it. It was a little store, online store that was selling them quite cheap. So I knew it's not an original, but I didn't know what the original is, and was making me so confused because I see so many dupes of everything, but sometimes you never know where it's coming from.
What you're using now, or what you're wearing now, or what we're going through now, it's not even a real or a dupe. It's a copy of a copy of a copy of what is reality.
Yeah.
So we're literally in the matrix. So Baudrillard actually gave 4 stages with this. The first one being is that it gives you something real, right? But then it is twisted so much that it stops relating to the real one. And then throughout the third and the fourth step, you see it distancing so much that the final end result that we have is something that does not resemble anything at all. So it's not real at all. And I think we can see this a lot with face apps.
Yeah, with the photo editings, and when people are following this trends to be very specific looking, and sometimes they shift so far away from being themselves and they just alter the way they look, both digitally or in real life. And it's all a part of this endless loop of losing the original self, yourself. So I think another good example is that we have this like now, not really subcultures, but I think this identified directions that we follow, mostly, for example, a clean girl aesthetic, or we have Pilates core, or we have ballet core, and it's all the directions we're moving towards that makes us all look very similar or the same, and we're shifting away from our original selves because this is something what's all over our for you pages on TikTok and Instagram. It's something what is very popular to do, and you want to relate yourself to that audience, to that public that you don't really know. And I think my example about matcha, the one I said in the very beginning, that when I tried it for the first time, I think my true self didn't like it. But when all of my friends started to go for a matcha, let's grab a matcha, let's go for a matcha, let's do coconut milk, let's do almond milk. I started doing the same because I wanted to be part of the group. I wanted to join, to blend in. So now I can't imagine my day without matcha. So I think this is how we're shifting from our original selves to not that original self.
And I think we also see the original concept that Baudrillard was talking about in trends like old money. Then you see everyone on TikTok going in for the old money aesthetics. Everyone wants to wear tweed or things like Chanel or things like that. But there was no real woman that was filmed that has the old money look. It's not like something we replicated of a reality, something that was original and we did the dupe for it. This is what
collective factors that we combine, yeah.
Exactly. And we just jumped off of that to create a new version of reality for ourselves that doesn't actually make sense.
Yeah, that's true. We have so many other examples like this, that it's a collective of factors that we believe refer to a certain style that we all start to copy, and it doesn't really have very original source of information where it's coming from. It's something what we as a society came up with, and we believe in this and we started to follow this, but there's no evidence or 100% proof that it's correct or not.
And the thing is that people are not bothered by this. Like, we are not bothered by this. Today, Alyssa enjoys her matcha. She's not bothered by it. She enjoys being part of the collective. And this is what Hans talks about more in depth. So his article talks about the terror of the same. And the whole concept of it is that the other is over.
But what do you mean by other?
So it's basically anything that resists you. So in real life, that could be a stranger, that could be a desire inside of you. It could be anything that is not in line with you. And so what Han is mentioning in his theory is that the other is fading. So it's almost going away. And this is how societies get sick. And what he means by getting sick is that before, societies used to rebel against something specific. So it was bans or, something that was against the law, or they would ask for certain rights. Nowadays, the sickness that we have is that there's too much of the same thing. So it's too much of yeses, or too much of the same clothes, or too much of the same ideas. And what Han is saying is that we're not rebelling against this, we're not being bothered by this, because it's not a real enemy, right? We're not having this perspective that this is something that we should be fighting. We're actually just homogenizing ourselves within it.
And I think by the amount of abundance we're having, we're still choosing the same things. And I think this was something that I covered in the class, that now we look outside, we see everything the same. We have black and white cars, we have beige interiors in the house, we have many similarities, and everything's becoming the same, even though we have such a huge variety of goods. And I think this is when it should become disturbing, that we're all subconsciously choosing something what the majority of us will also choose. And if we compare, even like if we watch a show from 80s, 70s, we see lots of colors, we see lots of self-expression through things, we see colorful carpets everywhere, we see clothes that it's different and you can relate to certain subculture, whatever. It was many different things, many different ways to self-express yourself, whatever. But now we're all very, very similar, even though we have this huge variety of goods. And probably that's what we choose to do, is we choose to stay safe and just stick to what other people choose.
And the thing is, even when some people are different, we don't look at this difference as something that we need to aspire for, right? This difference is something exotic, right? So everyone wears black, beige, and white, right? Because that's the aesthetic. But someone is very colorful, and we consider this to be exotic, right?
Or even weird sometimes.
And even weird, but we don't dispute it. We don't think that we should fight it. This isn't our enemy anymore. We don't have the mentality that existed before. And this is all just fed through our algorithms, because this is where the core of both theorists and where we are and how their application comes to real life nowadays is that it's the algorithms that are feeding us this. So instead of your For You page being something so random, and it used to have multiple different things from different perspectives and different agendas, it just goes back to being a mirror of what you truly think. So it's this hell, it's literally a constant hell that you are stuck in, and it's this ego loop, as he defines it, that it will just keep feeding to you what you want, which is to be part of the norm. There's nothing polarized anymore. There's nothing creative. There's nothing out of the box anymore. And if this is the hell that he describes it, why are we so comfortable living in it?